The gain of a pawn is the smallest material advantage that can be obtained in a game, and it often is sufficient to win, even when the pawn is the only remaining unit, apart from the king's. It is essential, speaking generally, that the king should be in front of his pawn, with at least one intervening square. If the opposing king is directly in front of the pawn, then the game cannot be won. This can best be explained by the following examples. The position is drawn, and the way to proceed is for black to keep the king always directly in front of the pawn, and when it cannot be done, as for instance in this position because of the white king, then the black king must be kept in front of the white king. This is a very important move. Any other move would lose, as will be shown later. As the black king cannot be kept close up to the pawn, it must be brought as far forward as possible and, at the same time, in front of the white king. Again the same case. As the white king comes up, the black king must be kept in front of it, since it cannot be brought up to the pawn. If now white advances the pawn, the black king gets in front of it. If instead of advancing the pawn white withdraws his king, black brings his king up to the pawn and, when forced to go back, he moves to e8 in front of the pawn ready to come up again or to move in front of the white king, should the latter advance. White must either give up the pawn or play this move, and a stalemate results. The whole mode of procedure is very important and the student should become thoroughly conversant with its details, for it involves principles to be taken up later on, and because many a beginner has lost identical positions from lack of proper knowledge. At this stage of the book I cannot lay too much stress on its importance.